my guild, my party, we were the ones heading out, taking down the whole server. We had plans. Do you think that I'm really gonna fall for this?
Fall for it? There's nothing to fall for. You and I both know this isn't real.
What do you want?
But I need you to stop meddling in my plans.
Oh, this? No. This is all a game.
And what aid precisely can they provide?
A trade. We are looking to gain access to your abyssine steel.
Quite a high price.
A high price to place certain individuals on a throne they deserve. We're not the heroes. We're just people.
Welcome, Foundlings, back to the Odd Campaign. My name is Quentin. I am your GM and host for this here podcast session, series, and episode, and epilogue, as we might break this up into multiple parts, but we're recording it all in one go for your listening enjoyment. So, without any further ado, get your character sheets and dice ready as we are jumping in to this epilogue of the Odd Campaign. Around me, I have all of my lovely players. To my left, to my right, no one's straight ahead of me. So sound off, 1, 2. Who's joining us for this beautiful end?
I am Marel, and I play Zana, Xerxes Zion, along with her faithful companion, Alistair, who is a figment of her imagination, a physical figment of her imagination.
That's right.
Also called an Eidolon. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I play the character Tama. He's got his faithful companion Pickle Jar, which, might be leaving the game pretty quickly, so we'll see. The poor Pickle Jar might be all by itself.
Those blubs sounded so sad.
And yes, hello, my name is Emily. I'm here today, not as a game master, but as that character that everyone knows, Snowdette. Yes, so I play both Snow and Odette, and technically also Aurora, which is like Snow's dark form. But hey, today I'm playing two out of the 3. So yay. Snow is accompanied by her faithful wolf companion, Nachia, who is the king.
Yes.
And my faithful companion and familiar, Indiana.
Hello.
He is a pseudo dragon.
I will never be a real dragon.
He will never be a real dragon.
Well, without any further ado, let's hop right into things with none other than a preface to get us caught back up to speed, because for us, it's been a long time. For you, it's maybe only been a week, 2 weeks, a couple of minutes if you are listening to all of these all at once 5 years from now.
Wait, wow. How are they listening to all of them all at once in 5 minutes?
All of them all at once in 5 minutes. It's going to be very
a lot
jarring.
of tabs open.
But last time on the Odd Campaign, our perplexed protagonists returned to the Guildhall, victorious, yet in conflicted spirits. They succeeded in ushering in a diplomatic marriage that brought peace between nations. But yet, during the fantastical reception, they received an ominous envoy from none other than Camille Lysimus. The strike squad has since returned to the main base, informing the rest of the guild of the opportunity that they've been looking forward to this whole time. In Camille's own words, you may leave. So join us this week, right now, as we find out what the Odd Guild does. Is this a trap? Is it all the guild has been waiting for? Is it too good to be true? Or will our adventurers finally return home? So we are picking things right back off where they ended in the Odd Guildhall.
This week, right now.
This week, right now. So, who would like to kick things off? As last time, There was a large group meeting and a deliberation between individuals who were conflicted about whether or not they would take Camille's offer of leaving the game, or if they would continue with their operation and rise up and free not only themselves, but all the players of the game.
For me personally, she offered me everything that I kind of needed in this game and wanted out of this game. Even after I, found out that I was trapped, my goal was to find a way to help my real life situation, and she's offering that.
So she just offered to solve your problems for just getting out of her way, and you just believe her. You just believe the person that's been trying to get in our way, and the person who seems like she might be responsible for keeping us here. You want to trust her? I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do or how to believe, but I'm just saying, she doesn't have credibility in my eyes.
I mean, I didn't want to believe her either, but she seemed like she was telling the truth, and I, usually am pretty good at telling.
Zana, some people want to get out of this game. Some people have families they miss a whole lot, and children who are taking their first steps in school. You don't know what it's like. Can someone get that man a tissue?
Oh, here you go. Here's my used right.
He is emotional.
Thank you for that, Dick.
For explicitly stating what was implicitly implied. Oh, that's Stan.
Well, part of my thing is that she probably does have ulterior motives, but if what she's trying to give me is actually true, then I don't know if I care.
Okay. Personally, I don't love to take deals from terrorists, but I would consider this psychological terrorism. I mean, trapping thousands of people in a game, not allowing them to escape, convincing us that if we die in the game, we die in real life.
The thing is, there's no one else that I can really think of that would know if she actually is telling the truth. I kind of just have to go off of what I think.
We need to get in contact with our informant. How long has it been since we talked to Stefan?
Are we all in the same room together? I thought we split from the last, and we told everyone
she did. I think she walked out of the room.
I think Snow specifically walked out.
And Wilson followed behind.
Yeah, Wilson was definitely one of the other first people to storm out.
Okay.
Along
yeah,
with
I'll
Snow.
just say Snow definitely. She kind of left the area and basically just told people to talk amongst themselves and figure it out. And then we would have to come back with a decision at some point.
Okay, the only other person there who knows of... Yeah, so... Yes, we do have an informant on the inside. Maybe he can elucidate on this situation and even let us know if what she's offering us is possible. But again, the whole reason Stefan was going in to infiltrate, I think it was like a week or two ago at this point, was to verify if our plan would even work. Because on one side, yeah, we don't know if Camille is telling the truth, but on the other side, we don't know what happens to us if we destroy the servers. If we blow them up, that could be frying all of our brains and we die anyways.
Our brains aren't stored in the servers. They're stored in our heads.
What? But we already know that if we die in the game, we die in real life. So why risk our life getting everyone out when we can just take our life and take the chance that she's telling the truth?
Or is she gonna take our life and not give it back? We don't have any guarantee. And honestly, if I were her, I would do the exact same thing. I would offer my enemies exactly what they want, only to take it away from them. I mean, not that I would, do that now, but I'm serious. What purpose would she have giving us everything we want when we've caused her so much trouble? What purpose would she have to interrupt us right when she did? It's convenient timing. We just get the trident that we need, the thing we think we can use to take her down in her secret base. And she pops up saying, hey, maybe you want to get out of here. Seems a little convenient.
I mean, maybe it is all too convenient, but at the same time, it's going through with our plan was always risky. And at least in my mind, if I ever was given the chance of an alternative, I would take it.
Zana looks at him with a little bit of like a look of hurt and betrayal, then take it. And those of us who aren't afraid to stick with our guts and our plan, we're going to help get everybody else out. I know I'm not alone. I've talked to the News Guild. They've spread around our story. I gave them my notebook that had all of my notes of all of the stuff that has happened to us. They verified some of it. I've talked to some of the other clans. I know that this is something I think we're actually capable of. I don't think she'd come after us specifically if we weren't. But I can't force any of you to fight. And nor do I want to. Zana starts to look around the room for anybody who's going to make eye contact with her.
At this point, everyone is deep in thought. Draken just storms off.
I understand why everyone might want to leave and why some want to stay, or... I am not truly of the opinion that we should be destroying these servers. I think this is a wonderful place. It's offered great opportunities for us to, well, at least for me, to just get away. But I also think that there is a problem if we try and attack these servers. I think that Draken has a good point, that we don't know what could result with our bodies and our minds if we were to destroy it. I don't know. It's hard for me to say what we should do, but I think we should be very careful with what our next actions are. Because if this is some sort of organization that is humongous, we might find it very difficult dealing with them in real life.
I agree with you there. I came into this game to get kind of an escape of my real life. But this game offered me a lot more than that. And even though it's been a fantastical journey and adventure, I can't say that it hasn't been that for everyone. There's still people stuck on the first floor too afraid to advance.
Did we at least ask the mean lady why we are all still here and maybe why we can't let other people out? Is there a trade maybe we can make? Like, what do they want? I don't understand what the purpose of all this is.
She wants us, our guild, out of the game because we're the number one problem in her way of whatever malicious and evil things she's planning.
Yeah, but what do they want? Is it something that we can just give them? Do they want money?
I don't know for sure, but I think they want the data from our brains or something.
They want our brains?
They want the data from it, just from what I've seen in Araveldum and how involved she is there.
Don't we already give that to them with Facebook?
Yeah, kind of. All of those terms. Dang it, I knew I should have read the terms and conditions.
You mean you don't read the terms and conditions? It said very clearly in the game outline, make it stuck in game.
From what we understand, Camille is an admin, but we have somebody else who has that type of knowledge on our side.
We do?
Kind of. He's like our kind of inside man, but...
We have a man? Is he also a legendary hero?
Honestly, if he's still alive, yeah.
She looks at S, looks him up and down.
I have a feeling Camille, whatever she's planning, it's going down, like, soon. With all of the killing of the giant beasts that are supposed to help the players. I can't help but having this sinking feeling that she wanted us out of the way because she knew we were about to stop what she's about to do.
But what is she about to do? Because
I don't know!
They already have our brains, technically, so doesn't that mean they're just examining us as it is? I don't understand this whole...
I don't know!
So why are we being desperate to get out? We could just beat the game.
Yeah!
Follow the rules, get to the 100th floor.
That would take a long time.
Well, we do kind of play around. I play around. I have a lot of fun finding these artifacts. Look at this one I found.
She pulls out, it's like one of those Russian nesting dolls, and it just automatically just pieces itself back together.
It's so cool.
Does it have a practical use?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I think it's been a long day, and everybody needs time to process this information. Some of you are clearly still in shock. She waves her hand in front of who would be the most in shock?
Out of the individuals who remain here, Gallahan is kind of like staring past everyone.
She waves her hand in front of Gallahan's face. Yeah, I think some of us need time to process information.
S, what do you think?
Yeah, S. What do you think? Do you have anything to say about this?
It is a short and ominously malicious message. I'm not leaving the game until I kill Camille Lysimus.
Zana just gives him a smile and a nod.
Now that's the kind of legendary hero talk I'm talking about. But killing, is this a person or is this just an NPC?
This is most likely a real person who either somehow, has, I guess, her consciousness in here or something, or she made an NPC just like her. Because there's no way there's just one. She acts too weird for that, you know?
Right, well, I do have a line that I cannot cross, and I would hope my legendary hero feels the same way, but we don't kill other players or people. That's just very wrong and not very hero-like, so we should figure that out.
Camille isn't a player. She's an administrator. She's someone who's bending the rules in her favor.
But is she a person?
Yes, but I would not imagine the person who makes sure everybody else has their brains in here would have, her brain in danger. You know, I somehow think she has some sort of protective
It depends
measure.
on the type of villain. Villains have their own rules that they must follow. Isn't that right, S?
How would I know?
Oh my goodness, he's so knowledgeable. Yes, they do.
Well, I'm still very much leaning towards leaving. I'll sleep on it, but I don't know. Someone will have to make a pretty good argument for me to not go. And Tom will walk out.
I am all for self-sacrifice and for the betterment of others. I understand your plea, but I'm not sure that I can risk anything else that I hold dear. Myself, I would put my life on the line for if I could save but one life. But to risk one so dear to me, I do not know that I could do that again.
I understand.
And at this point, you see Selena stand up, walk around the table, look Gallahan straight in the eyes, and smack him across the face. Gallahan, I am not a child anymore. You do not get to pick and choose who is allowed to sacrifice themselves. You are an individual who goes through great lengths to make this world a better place. Why are you the only one who gets to make that choice? You don't get to make that choice for others. If your only inhibition is whether or not I'll be safe, then I'm not your concern. Because I am choosing. Do not rob me of that agency. I am choosing to lay myself down for the betterment of others. And it may not even come to that. What if we are victorious? Snow said we're just normal people. But what are heroes if not normal people who make heroic decisions?
Well said, Selena.
Zana, whatever you decide. If you're going to be the one to lead the charge, I'll be there beside you.
Thank you.
I didn't realize how selfish I was being. I only cared to protect you, Selena. I didn't realize how wonderful of a young woman you had become.
Is this what it's like to have siblings?
I feel like I'm interrupting something and I shouldn't be here. It's very emotional and
You
touching.
guys are siblings, right?
Yeah, she's my younger sister. I thought we canonically established it.
I was pretty sure.
I, too, will lend you my aid.
Thanks.
Listen, I sympathize with your decision and your aspirations for grandeur and heroism. But some of us are just normal people, and heroic decisions are beyond our capabilities or desires. I just want to go home. But that doesn't mean I can't leave you all behind some tools that may aid you. Anything that is within my door is yours to be accessed, as I will no longer have need of it. I will leave you with this last token. I'm with Celia on that one. There's an entire armory of...
No, not Tiffany!
Listen, I understand, but
Do you have a family too?
I think most people have families, right? Like,
Look, I have a
moms,
family, but all of
dads.
my
I got like
family
13 cousins, like my aunt, my uncle, like I got people who rely on me. I understand that I could help you and I could help some perfect strangers who I don't even know, but I can't put those people before those. If I have the opportunity to just hulk out and get back to my normal life. But like Celia says, I have no need for anything that I have left behind. So if you need magic weapons, magic armor, and anything enchanted, all of that's there. I mean, hundreds of thousands of gold worth of equipment. You can get strapped up. I'll load you up and send you on your way, but that's all a humble blacksmith's here to do.
As long as I have access to the stores, I'll be able to hand your weapons out to other people willing to fight. That's okay.
Absolutely. I'm glad I could help in some small way.
I really appreciate what you guys do, and I'm sorry we're not going to be fighting this together. Dang it, Tiffany.
Right. And with that, I think everyone kind of disassembles and goes about their day. Some understanding the next course of action is to rally allies and find who has the courage to stand up in these tumultuous times. Is there anyone would like to talk to on a one-on-one?
Snow sends out a message to the guild and just requests everyone to send her what their decision is.
Is it like tonight, like right now, or is it like you can sleep on it tomorrow morning?
So I think Camille said we have about a week before we needed to let her know our decision. So I'll tell them that they should sleep on it for a few nights before they give me their response.
I also would like to message the leader of the news guild.
MMO.
I would have their information from the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
And I would like to update them on our situation.
Sure. Yeah.
What happened to us, saying, don't release this in the papers yet. Just make sure you have something maybe ready to release, because this is kind of important information.
Yeah, so you reach out to one Roger Katlenberg. All right, thanks, Anna. You keep us on the cutting edge of the news. No one ever gets the best scoop like we do, thanks to you. With that being said, I if you would like, I can reach out and make sure that all the guild leaders are present, or at least the ones willing to come, and you can say your piece.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Not a problem. It's the least I can do. But fair warning, all right? And do take this with a grain of salt. You may experience a little bit of resistance when you come back to Puaz.
Uh-huh.
It turns out that the last scoop you gave me, well, it went well with some, but not so great with others.
Oh, yeah. Which scoop was that? The one about,
About Camille.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it turns out that it's pretty much a coin flip right now. About 50% of the people are 100% on your side. The other 50% are literally posting wanted posters everywhere.
Of my face?
Of you and your primary guild members.
Oh, okay. So, like, Snow's face is on the front. Okay.
Wilson, Tama, you, Draken, all of these people, there is literally a price for your head.
Well, that is great information to know. Thank you.
Okay. Glad I could give you the heads up. With that, does Odette just go to bed, or does she try and deliberate with her legendary heroes, honey?
She can deliberate. That's fine.
So I guess Snow would send out this mass message to everyone saying,
I know that this is a lot, and this is a very difficult decision. No one will be faulted or blamed if they decide to leave or stay. Take some time to think about it. But I will need you to send me your decision in the next few days. Your leader, Snow.
So everyone receives this message, and as we do, we pan on over to Odette, where she is currently situated with Gallahan S. and Selena.
So, how's everybody doing? Everyone seems a little sad right now. Don't like this.
No, I think I've gotten some much-needed clarity. I feel more resolute than I did. I was but momentarily shaken.
Well, that is good. Every legendary here needs to make sure that he knows exactly what he's doing and why he's doing it.
With that being said, Miss Odette, what is your decision? Selena and I, and from my understanding, S, we are all stalwart in our vindication. We shall stay behind, but what of you?
Well, I'm not leaving. I don't want to leave the game. There's a lot going on outside, and I think this is a better place for me. Not too keen on ending the game, but I am happy to help you if you would like. But I don't know if I'd be willing to land any final blows here.
I understand your hesitation. Sometimes grappling with reality is taxing. It is better to just find an escape.
And this has been a great escape, I have to say. I haven't had this much fun since a long time.
I don't know the circumstances that you are trying to avoid, Miss Odette, but I will tell you, you can't avoid them forever, and the longer you do, the harder they may be to face.
Okay, I mean, Odette didn't say she's not going to help, so I'm not sure exactly what Gallahan wants her to do here, because in a way it's like he's trying to get her to leave.
Here's what I'll say, is the intent behind these statements it is obviously in part to convince you to leave the game and face your circumstances, but it is also an attempt to better understand your circumstances. So he's trying to get you to open up to him somewhat.
Okay, I did not get at all that he wanted to know what was going on, by the way.
Well, he was kind of saying, I don't know what your circumstances are, but...
She sighs a little bit.
You want to know why I don't want to leave? You want to know all this information about me? First off, we put all this information on Facebook. Everybody knows everything about us already. So I guess, why not? It doesn't matter if I say anything now. It's because my papa told me to.
You're doing all of this because your father told you to?
See, my papa, he bought this nerve gear for me. It's a last gift from him. He wanted me to continue to have my own adventures, even when he's gone. So, I'm going to live up to what my papa asked me to do. And I'm going to have my adventures, and I will enjoy every moment that I can.
I mean, it is all well and good to have your adventures, but, Miss Odette, I promise you there will be other adventures.
Like what? What other adventures are there? This is everything I've ever wanted and more. Sure, there is pain and there is some suffering, but that is how real life is as well. Why not have it all happen in a place you would prefer to be in?
Miss Odette, if this is truly going to be your greatest adventure, let's say you were to be the author of your own story. If you were reading a tale of a beautiful young woman trying to go on an epic adventure, one where she stumbles upon legendary heroes and malicious villains, and this young woman had the chance to make the world a better place, how would you want the story to end?
I would want the hero to succeed. But I am not the hero. You're the heroes. I'm just here to help you along. Think of me like Merlin, the Robin to your Batman, the sidekick to the hero. I am perfectly happy to play my role. If you want my help, I am happy to help you.
I would just advise you to not restrain your potential. Your aspiration to help others accomplish their greatness is truly admirable, but do not neglect your own opportunities. You, too, can be a great hero. And who knows, maybe this story needs you to be one.
And that's exactly what a legendary hero would say. Very amazing. I am impressed.
Just think on it, and I know if the opportunity were to arise, you would make the correct decision.
She has this polite smile on her face, but her eyes are not smiling at all. And that's how she's been the entire time. But she stays silent.
And with that, we move on to Zana, who is back at your own manor.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a knocking on the door.
Jeeves, butler, the door.
Yes, madam. And you see a pair of individuals who you noticed were present during the meeting, but actually stayed somewhat quiet. And before you stands the very short Crystal, along with her companion, the very tall Grog.
Crystal, Grog. Good to see you.
Yeah, so I just figured that maybe like this is where the post-meeting charge this is where everyone's gathering, right?
I guess so. Haven't cleaned up for company.
Oh, that's not a problem. I'm pretty sure Croft will probably make it more of a mess anyways.
Yeah, it's okay.
There are wooden ducks everywhere.
Oh, because you whittle.
Well, there's ducks. I whittle everywhere. I did whittle some whittle ducks on my little posts.
Oh, do they squeak? And he squeezes it and it breaks.
No, they're very fragile.
Oh, they do in fact not squeak. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can just glue another one on. I probably won't have this mansion in a couple days. Dang, it was nice to live like a rich person for a while.
I'm pretty sure a couple other people are going to be joining us eventually.
Yeah, hopefully. It sounded like Gallahan and Selena were on board. I mean, Selena had to slap it at him, but
Yeah. And she definitely got to him, it seemed.
Yeah.
And Az should be joining us. I'm not really sure where Odette stands with all that, but I think maybe she's helping me.
I'd be surprised if Odette would miss the fight of the legendary hero.
That's true. It's going to be a pretty epic battle.
Yeah, it should be. I'm just wondering who we give this spear to.
Ooh, that looks fancy.
It is fancy. Through a weird series of events, we actually acquired it. I honestly, we knew we needed it. And like somebody told us of this magical spear that can control the tides, but the most high king has it, and he's supposed to be this scary guy. But when we got there, it was like this monkey king dude that we seen before. I don't know how he got there, and I didn't even recognize him at first. But he just gave us the thing after we married off his daughter. Like he just gave it to us. Isn't that crazy?
That is quite the story.
I'm pretty sure this is like a legendary artifact or something.
Yeah, do we know anyone who uses spears?
Yeah, I know
Or
somebody
tridents?
who knows. I know somebody who uses a trident.
Okay. And he's the good guy who wants to help us beat Camille, right?
It's a Kula.
Wait, is that the guy who you, like, gouged his eye out?
I did, but he doesn't even remember me, So it'll be fine, hopefully.
So we're not putting all our eggs in that basket, right?
Yeah,
Just
no.
Okay, good.
And,
so, do you have
I
any,
would
like,
only-
runners-up?
Who else do we know that uses a spear well?
I mean, Wilson uses a glaive. It's kind of...
Grog, do you have any strong orc friends?
I mean, that thing looks throwable.
It is. I'm pretty sure it comes back to you when you throw it, too.
That's pretty neat. I mean, I do know this one guy I met at an orcish village once.
Is it a real person?
I think so. I think we were all kind of like drawn there because there was like a lot of loud noises and there was a wrestling tournament. That's what it was, right? Kind of like a world's strongest man competition. I was like pretty good at picking things up and putting them down. But this guy hit really, really, really hard. I lost 3 teeth that day as a new record.
Wow. Did you get his friend information?
Yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure his name was like the Brockinator.
Well, that definitely sounds like somebody who chooses to play an orc.
I was a little scared of him at first because I thought it was a vegetable-related pun, but then I was later informed that it was in fact not.
I would say we could invite him here, tell him it's a mansion party, and then just be like, hey, buddy, you want to fight in the biggest battle of the game? I mean...
Oh, I mean, he'll definitely show up for that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now, is there alcohol involved?
Hey, Jeeves. I know that's not your name. I'm so sorry. But do we have any, kegs in this cellar? I haven't looked in a while.
I do believe we were fermenting some wine in the basement.
Cool. We might have, I'm so sorry I didn't, tell you. We might have quite a few guests coming over.
I'll prepare the charcuterie board.
Thanks. So yeah, this is my mansion. It's kind of like Snow's, but not a guild hall and a little bit more carved, lived in. I don't know.
Well, I heard it is going to be meat and cheese, so I think I'll make myself right at home.
And you see as Grog just plops down on the couch. And a number of other individuals slowly begin trickling in. We are going to pan over to Tom. Where Tom gets a knock on his door.
He gets up and opens the door. Hello.
Hey, champ, how's it going?
I mean, about as good as you can get in this situation.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So I kind of overheard you mention that Camille, furthermore than just offering you to leave the game, kind of offered you a proposition.
Yes. So, in my actual, life outside of the game, it's not so great in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, sure, it can be nice and stuff, but there's a lot of issues in my life. I don't see my parents very often because they both have to work to take care of my medical bills because I have a lot of medical issues. Usually I'm in a wheelchair most of the time. It's not great. She kind of offered me a potential way out of that. And so it's not just myself that would benefit, but my parents as well. And it's just, I don't think I can pass that up.
Oh, wow, that's like a lot deeper than what she had kind of offered me. Like, she just offered me a job working for her company. Like, it paid really well.
Wait a second. Wait a freaking minute.
I mean, that's technically his goal, his original goal anyway, right?
Yeah. He would beat the game so that he would win the company, and then he would just be rich and wealthy. So, like, it was kind of like a subdivision of my original scheme. So I figured it kind of like aligned with my entire values for why I was coming here. So I did do a little bit of research and snooped into kind of what she was offering. We still have some connections. And while I'm not 100%, I'm pretty certain that what she's offering us is true.
That's what I got when I talked to her, and I analyzed her for any, even hoping that I could find something that would say that she was lying, and I didn't see it.
So I don't know if that helps you make your decision, but beyond all the moral mumbo jumbo that's kind of above my pay grade, if we just think about what's directly in front of us, I don't think Camille's lying. So whether or not there's a catch, a drawback, other surrounding circumstances, I do think that we'll truly get what was offered to us.
I think the same thing. She didn't necessarily say that she could guarantee, but she said that there is a high likelihood that she could help me with my situation.
So, yeah, I just wanted to drop by and let you know that, because you kind of seemed on the fence about it, and I just felt like maybe that would help you decide.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Normally I wouldn't have told anybody about that, but figured since I'd be most likely leaving the game anyway, it didn't really matter anymore.
Well, Tama, I wish you the best.
Same to you.
And with that, is there anyone Snow would want to talk to?
Yeah, sure. Snow actually goes to Wilson's door. She doesn't knock on it, and she stands outside of it, kind of like hesitating to do anything. Does she hear anything inside?
You hear footsteps approaching the door, and it's opening. Oh.
No, this is awkward because I was
just gonna head to the little boy's room.
Yeah, I was just on my way to my room. Yeah, okay.
In front of my door?
Nope, I was going that way. And you just happened to open the door while I was...
Your room's on the other side of the manor.
I thought it was kind of close to this room, Gee, I'm not gonna
You got lost again in your own house?
Are you really surprised?
Do you need me to...
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you're good. Just go and, okay. See ya.
Snow.
She stops. So she's like starting to walk away.
Does do the hand grip thing?
Yeah, he does the hand grab thing. You're walking away, and Wilson kind of grabs your hand.
As he does that, she pulls away. You don't need me to hold your hand to go to the bathroom, okay?
No, that's not why. I just wanted to... We might all be leaving tomorrow. Or at least, I mean, the ones of us that decided that's what we're doing. I mean, I know I'm not staying. I think that I made myself pretty clear from the beginning. I am not cut out for any of this.
That's fine. I'm not going to stop you, Wilson.
I know. I just... Some people have mentioned how they, like Odette, she's really enjoyed herself in this game, and I mean, I agree with her. There have been some highlights, some great times, and while
the circumstances surrounding the game are pretty bad. I'm just, at the very least, glad I got to meet you.
She smiles softly. I was glad to meet you too.
So, I was just kind of wondering who knows, maybe we'll be both leaving tomorrow. And it sounds like you're pretty staunchly in that category too. So I figured if we're no longer gonna see each other in the game anymore, I didn't know if you wanted to could I get your email address?
The email address.
Do you have a MySpace?
Oh my God, why are we going so far back?
You gotta.
That existed still? I think it's gone, honestly.
It's now the most secure way to communicate.
you got a Neopets account?
Oh my God, I do. I'm sorry. Why is this how far you're going with that? So I'm just like, yo, can I get your number or something stupid? But okay. She, on the serious note, her face sort of goes blank and she's contemplating something. She looks back at him. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving too.
Yeah, I think we established that.
But I think it's better if we just don't. Just, go back to our normal lives, right?
Snow, I don't know if you experienced all the same circumstances, but I don't think any of us are going back to our normal lives after this.
Right. I think it's better if you forget about me. Okay?
Why would you say that?
I think it would be best if you just forgot about me, Wilson, okay? We'll go our separate ways and you go and live your normal, happy life with your family.
I'll tell you right now that if I did that, I wouldn't be happy. The only thing getting me through every day has been getting to be with you. If you're telling me to forget about the only good part of this whole experience, then this game is just, it's been a nightmare. I wouldn't be able to go on.
There is certainly just this look of conflict on her face.
Listen, Snow, I don't know what your circumstances are outside of this twisted game we've been trapped in, but I do know one thing from these past 6-7 months, however many it's been a long time.
It's been mathematical amount of time. She counts on fingers yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I do know is that no matter what we've faced or gone up against, you and we were able to do it together. We've been together since the beginning. Thinking back through everything we've been through, I think we technically went through the underworld on floor 5. I'm not sure what that whole thing was. We faced our greatest fears. We faced demons and kings and dictators. Even when you lost your memories, I spent all that time trying to find you.
Wilson, stop. I know.
I can't.
Stop. I understand, but you're not... I can't risk you. I can't risk losing you, so please just forget about me and go home tomorrow. And she just walks off.
You say I can't risk you. That's not your choice to make, okay?
I think it kind of is, actually.
No, it's not.
Stop following me. I'm going to the little girl's room.
No, you're not. You don't know where that is.
Wilson's been holding his pee the entire time.
I feel so bad.
You don't want to lose me. And if that's the case, why would you push me away? If you were worried about my safety and well-being, then know this. There's nowhere better for me than with you. No matter what we're up against or what we face, I'd gladly face it together.
The sad part is this is all about getting her phone number.
Yeah, I just want your email address. How is it this hard?
It's also an email too. It's not even like a phone number. It's, you just like let it unread. And
Yeah, like,
It doesn't make it worse.
I have not been rejected that many times because I haven't had the balls to ask for people's emails, but I didn't think it was this hard. It's like breaking bones.
He's still following after. They're both just quick walking in the hallway.
very like power walking. He's shouting as you're like kind of jaunting away.
She just stops and turns like just really quick looking at him. You don't get it. I can't tell you. I know it's confusing and it doesn't make any sense. I just don't think it's a good idea for us to stay in contact.
You're right. I don't understand, but I'm not asking to understand. I get it. You have your own things that you're going through, but I just want to be able to reach out and to know that there is someone else out there who understands what I'm going through, what we've been through together.
Man, you're so dogmatic.
It's one of my most redeeming and obnoxious qualities, so I've been told.
Is she near her room yet?
Yeah, you got all the way to the other side of the manor.
Great. So she'll go into her room. I'm sorry, Wilson. Good night. And she closes the door.
You don't hear as if anyone walks away. At least not immediately, not anytime soon. So you can tell that he's kind of just stood there frozen for quite some time.
She kind of like leans against the door and slides down, and she kind of begins quietly crying. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't know how else to protect you.
And with that, the scene fades. As the final deadline is still a few days out, a number of individuals have little business to attend to, loose ends to tie up, and somber goodbyes to be said. Some individuals hang around the guild hall, while others find themselves stepping out for a few days, until the final morning. We make our way to the morning, and everyone gets a notification. And it is a mandatory guild poll that only has two options. Are you leaving? Yes or no?
I don't care if Clyde is staying or not. Zana
Sure.
called him over to her mansion so he can make breakfast for the people that are crashing there for the night.
As Clyde's last gesture of goodbye in solidarity, he made everyone a great big guild breakfast so everyone could at least see each other one last time. The food is, of course, delicious, as anyone would expect. I mean, you've got a smorgasbord of anything you could think of. You got waffles, pancakes, crepes, French toast, eggs, bacon, sausages, home fries, a complete lavish spread. But the mood is somber, not jovial. Some individuals, Gallahan and Grog, are kind of jovially cackling about eating large quantities of food and strategizing for their next steps, but there still is an awkward tension in the room.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course there is. Half the guild's leaving.
I will eat a waffle, just plain. Hey, waffles are made good. You don't need none of them.
That's true. 1, 2, when I say your name. M. Snow.
The Snow is, air quote, leaving.
Officially leaving. Odette?
I think it's been clear she's not going anywhere.
Officially staying. Got it. Zana?
Staying.
Tama?
Tomo votes leaving. I'm guessing Greg is also leaving.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Greg is leaving.
Mhm.
To run down the list of your skeleton crew, you also notice that Daniel and Sal, who weren't even present, noticed the poll and got the memo, and they heard that they had the opportunity to leave. They are also leaving.
Gotta be kidding me. We haven't even seen them for months.
You notice that Draken, Wilson, Clyde, Celia, Tiffany, all of them are leaving. You also see the likes of Grundle leaving. But then there is a surge of individuals who decided to stay. You see Crystal, Grog, who you spoke with the previous night, Gallahan and Selena are also staying, as well as S and Odette. And you even get a notification from someone who you weren't even sure was part of the guild, but the lieutenant is staying as well.
Who is this lieutenant man? Oh, wait, Snow mentioned him like once before.
Oh, he was, I think, a ranger. And he kind of was like this whole, like, lone wolf kind of guy, but he was really good at scouting things out, if I recall correctly.
Well, okay then.
And apparently, he said that he wanted to stay and fight. So, I mean, we'll take anyone we can get.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I was planning on heading down to Puez to, I guess, rally other members. I talked to the leader of the News Guild yesterday about what happened. Been keeping them more or less updated, as I don't know if Camille's going to plan anything, and they're our best informants. Good to stay on their good side.
So, with that, we have the head count of who will be staying. Did we want to orchestrate some kind of plan?
So I've been working on that all night.
Did you sleep any?
Do you see these bags under my eyes?
I'll take that as a no.
It's okay. I didn't use too many spells the day before.
The penalties for not sleeping.
I got, you know, some rest. Anyway, come into this room. This is our drawing room, but you'll notice all of the nice posters and lines I have up. So these are what we know. These are what we know are connected. And Zana will start pointing out her poorly written plan.
Okay, well.
First thing we do when we get there, contact Stefan. And now also everybody should know that I'm wanted. Thank goodness everybody else that's wanted on that floor is not coming with us.
Everyone from the guild has, at this point, split their ways. Everyone who is staying is gathering over at Zana's manor, going over in her drawing room the plan of attack. Meanwhile, all of the individuals who are deciding to step out of the game are kind of all gathered at Snow's place. So, we're here, but how does this thing work?
Snow goes into the guild management system, selecting each player that has selected to stay. In order to leave, we have to have the guild all in agreement. So, unfortunately, the way around this is, and she begins going down that list and hitting kick player, kick player, kick player.
Everyone who's just at Zana's house
Do
just
our
gets a
guilds
notification.
Do our guild marks start disappearing?
They do.
Huh.
You no longer have the odd symbol that you all had tattooed somewhere on your body. It slowly disappears.
It's very sad.
And now, everyone, if you would take a look at your menu, you should see an option for logging out.
All I know is I'm ready to leave.
She won't make eye contact with him. It's so sad. It's really awkward.
I feel some really awkward tension right now between you two, so I'm just going to leave that alone, but I'm going to verbally and explicitly state how awkward and uncomfortable it's making everyone feel here.
Thank
Everyone
you,
nods.
So as the guild is slowly disbanded, you do hear a carriage coming down the road. As the door opens and out steps Camille Lissings.
Wow, perfectly timed. She knows exactly
She
when.
knows.
She knows when you're sleeping. She knows when you're awake.
She knows when you're disbanding your guild or leaving the game.
That still works, yeah.
Well. I'm so pleased to see all of you here. All of you that made the right choice. I'm so glad you decided to accept my invitation. I am, of course, sad to see that not as many of you were here as I hoped, but I suppose your end of the bargain has been upheld. So without any further ado, Art Guild, you may leave. And you all get a notification. Doodle.
So log out button.
And as you open your UI, first time ever, you've seen a log out button.
Tama will look around the group. Well, it was nice getting to know you guys, even if that was for a short period of time. He presses the log out.
Everyone says their somber goodbyes, but they feel like enough has already been said over the past 24 hours. They exchange their casual farewells one by one. Start to leave. You see Greg, Rundle, Celia, and Tiffany, until some of the only individuals remaining are the original 4 that started the game. Snow, Clyde, Wilson, and Draken.
What, Clyde's still there?
Yeah, Clyde stayed for a second. He's kind of like looking at Wilson's looking sad, but looking at Snow, and Draken's looking at Snow, but then also like kind of like looking at Wilson confused.
Why is everyone looking around? Like, what is this going on right now? Yeah. So strange.
And Snow, before you leave, you notice that, which isn't unusual for him, but Draken has somewhat of a cocky smile as he smirks at you. And he just says, "See you later."
Right. Ooh.
And just logs out.
Wait a minute. Did Wilson log out yet?
Wilson hasn't.
Okay.
Clyde's kind of consoling him, and
This is really sad. The Chia's right here. She like pats her mom.
So sad. What is the Chia thing?
What happens to them is the real question. The
Question
poor,
never
poor. Oh no. I don't want to know.
Sees your wolf is.
Where's Angus? Everyone.
Oh yeah, no. Wilson is kind of like sobbing, and he's like hugging Angus's neck.
Hey, Wilson.
Yeah,
It's gonna be okay.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay. Do you even remember what my name is?
Listen, Amelia, I guess maybe you were right, and maybe we weren't as close as I thought, but certainly outside of the context of everything that's happened here, I was looking forward to getting to know you.
If everything goes according to plan, maybe we'll see each other again.
Listen, I understand that you don't want to let people in. You don't want to let them know what's going on.
But I kind of can't.
And that's
No, like I literally
That's
can't. It's
fine.
part of like
fine.
spiel.
Just want you to know that I don't need to know what your plan is or why you're making the decisions you're making. I just really wish I could have been a part of it.
I mean, the hint was if you know my name, you know how to find me, but all right. I guess it's fine.
Well, I guess I did it once before with Les, so...
Like you asked for my email? Like email's the weirdest thing. I'll see you later, Wilson.
What?
And with that, the scene fades as all of those who have decided to step down have officially left the game.
Do we see their icons go offline?
You do. If you are checking your UI, you see that 2 things just occurred. Everyone who is with Zana has been officially removed from the Odd Guild. The few remaining players are all listed as offline.
And then all hell breaks loose and every player's like, oh gosh, they got out.
They got out!
All right. So, guess it's down to us. Oh, shoot. What do we call our group? We can't call us Odd. We're not the Antithesis of Darkness. Does anyone have name suggestions?
Don't we have to go to like floor 1 to create the guild again? Do we have to pay 10? What was that, 1,000 gold? It was like 1,000 gold we have to pay.
Oh my
and then-
gosh, is that how you make a guild? I thought you could just like open your little icon, go create guild.
No, you have to go back to floor 1, back to the town of beginnings. That's why there's not many more guilds created, because it's just a hassle.
Well, luckily, Tiffany and Celia
We
gave
could
me
just-
basically their inventory of stock before they left. So we have all the weapons,
Wait a
all
second.
the enchanted armor we need.
It's here,
Oh.
right? Not in that guild hall that we can't access because we're not part of the guild. That'd be really bad. I just
that
realized.
would be bad. That's why we made sure beforehand that's not what was going to happen, or else what would even be the point? With all this information that you guys got on your mission, we have from ours, and with the other players, we might be able to do this.
I agree. I think we just need to rally up what allies we can.
And specifically, talk to our informant and make sure he is still alive. Oh my gosh, if he is not alive, we are screwed.
So how do we talk to him?
We know how to get to her base.
How?
We know that's where Stefan last was. And we do have this legendary, look at this, Odette, legendary artifact. Look at it.
That's how you contacted Stefan? Is with the trident?
No,
That is amazing.
this is how we control the tides and the battle.
Are
with
you
the-
sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Can I take a look at it since
You can definitely look at it, but
Sure.
She goes over to the nearest fountain, which I assume exists,
Sure.
and she tries to move the water with it with a
Okay,
21.
You start swirling it around, and you see as the fountain water burbles a little bit, and then
It burbles.
yeah, it just bubbles a little bit, and like it kind of starts to lift and raise, but then it like splashes back down.
Okay, so it's just the spell control water. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what this does.
Okay, now I would actually like to roll my knowledge
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
arcana, I assume.
Yeah.
23.
I'll ask S, make sure she doesn't drop that.
Just gives you a thumbs up.
She drops it.
He catches it before it hits the ground.
This is part of the experimentation. What are you doing?
Okay, I'll hold on to it. That thing took us a lot.
So you can tell that this is genuinely, from your experience, a legendary artifact. It has so many layers of magic enchanted onto it that you are incapable of deciphering all of them.
Indiana, can you tell what this is?
I can bite it and tell you if it is made of metal.
29. Oh, he's more
Slightly
knowledgeable
better.
than
He
me.
So, okay, so I thought that I can tell you this is very cool.
It's very cool.
It's probably the coolest thing we've ever seen.
Oh, wait, no, we must hold it.
Yeah, well, no, I think we need to give this to a legendary, like someone who can wield a trident.
Ace, can you wield the trident? Indiana wants to know. Well, specifically, I want to know, but Indiana suggested.
So from what I can tell, it allows you to breathe underwater. It allows you
that
to move
translates this.
underwater.
Uh-huh.
It allows you to grant the other people around you the ability to do the same.
Yeah, so everything I knew about it.
You can speak with fishes,
I did not know that one.
and you can give them commands, and they pretty much always listen.
Yep, so you can, do all these things with that. Good job, Indiana. I'm so proud of you.
It has returning on it.
Yes, I already said that earlier.
And then once per day, it has a giant laser beam that it shoots out.
It shoots out a ray of laser. That doesn't translate right.
No, that does not translate.
No,
right.
that isn't right. It shoots out a ray.
Yes. Legendary item.
It's very powerful.
Very powerful.
Very, very useful since Camille's base is underwater, and this thing, and most likely its beam, is the only thing that can destroy the thing that her base is made out of. So, yeah.
So, Ace, you're going to have to use it to cast a spell on us. You're going to be casting magic. Yes.
I don't know if this is his type of weapon.
It is. He just said he can wield it. Just an FYI.
I can wield a trident, but I'm not really good with spells.
I will hold your hand and I will help you cast it, okay?
Why don't you just cast it then?
It's a trident. You can use it. You should be able to use the magic in it without too much difficulty.
I'll try.
I'm so proud of your legendary hero.
Well, if we go to Puez and are able to talk to some people, I do know someone who is proficient with tridents.
He is also proficient with tridents. Did you not listen to what I just
He
said?
literally said he can use it.
Well, then how do you use any of the magical items that you carry? Anyone, as long as you're proficient with the item, you can use the magical ability that it has. That is the benefit of it.
Yes.
So he can use it just fine. He's just not confident. But I believe in you.
I know someone who is confident. I'm just not confident whether or not they can actually help.
So if there's someone you can trust completely without any hesitation whatsoever, that's great. But I would prefer if a legendary hero uses a legendary artifact because that's where it belongs.
Well, this guy is pretty legendary where he's from.
Who is it?
The king of the arena or something. What do they call him? The gladiator king? I don't know, one-eyed massacre.
I've never heard of this person. Are you sure they're legendary?
Well, they were when we fought him. Either way.
So it sounds like we're going to Puaz.
Yep. I might have to disguise myself, but, people might try to kill me. What else is new? We just,
Well, wait a second. Can't you go invisible? Why would you have to disguise yourself?
because if I'm invisible, I can't really easily talk to people.
Wait, you can talk to people while you're invisible.
Technically, I can use Alistair and just have him project. Oh, that's a good idea. I like this.
not to discredit any of your ideas, I understand your hesitation due to your status as a wanted individual by the government of the area, but at the same time, if we are to be rallying forces and gaining allies, I feel like we need to present our true selves and be as honest and forthcoming with information as possible in order to win over the hearts that we wish to lead into battle.
Selena, if he messes up, you are in charge of a very moving speech, okay? Just like you did last night.
Oh, sure.
It's okay.
Who's messing up what?
Yeah, that wasn't very clear. I think she was saying, Garan, you are the one that should be giving this speech to convince all the masses. The question is, yes, no. Now, we don't really have a leader who was in charge of this outfit. I think it will be any of the legendary heroes, but that is my opinion.
I mean, I'd love to not have the responsibility, but
Wait a second. You rallied all of us here and you don't want the responsibility? Which one
No,
is
not really, but I'm willing to take it if that means getting out of this game and saving everybody.
it? Okay.
I'm used to taking on responsibilities I don't necessarily want. But this, I don't want to be responsible for other people getting hurt, but there's nothing we can't just stand back and do nothing. It's not really an option. I mean, it is for some people. They just took that option. Woohoo. We don't know if they're dead or, actually waking up in a hospital right now.
So perhaps we make our way to Boaz?
Yes, I've been trying to gather my things and make sure I have all of the plans.
You're gathering your things. What do you not keep in your inventory?
I was up all night creating this.
A wooden duck of returning?
No. The plan. All of the papers that have the information we've been going over.
What?
You see multiple, map cases just filled with scrolls, drawings, and, red ribbon and yarn everywhere.
Anyway, if everybody's ready, let's head out.
Everyone teleports to the town of Puans, looking to garner favor and allies with whatever remaining guilds and individuals they can find. But I think that is where we're going to break off for this week's episode of The Odd Campaign. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, Foundlings, for listening to this week's episode of Sword Art Online Odd. We're so glad that you joined us, and we hope you'll stick around for next week's episode, as we are, it seems, reaching the culmination of this series. It's really sad, but it's been a long time coming, and we've been building up to it. But we do want to give a big thank you and special shout out to our patrons, Stephen Howland and Jason Lillis, for supporting our content creation. We're so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. And if you would like to support the podcast, you can do so in many, many ways. One of which is going to our Patreon and donating to our podcast. And we try to give you things in return for that, beyond just our content that we create. But you can also tell a friend about us, because the best way to spread the news about a podcast and about something you enjoy is by word of mouth. Because honestly, me telling you about it, who cares? Who cares what I have to say? But if you say it's good, I bet you someone else will check it out. But also, support us in other ways by going to our Discord and hanging out with us. Let us know how you enjoyed the episodes, even if it's the latest episode. Be like, yo, this was interesting. It was terrible. Give us feedback. We love feedback. But anyway, we also want to give big thank yous and shout outs to the people that allow us to use their music and ambiance in our episodes. Michael Ghelfi of Michael Ghelfi Studios and Monument Studios this week. We want to make sure we give them the recognition they deserve. All of their links are in the description below, along with our Discord link. So we hope that you'll continue to stick around with us as we reach the final part of Sword Art Online Odd, because I have no idea how many episodes it's going to be, but it will be episodes, and it will be amazing. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.